Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. We have another ABC Quality Child Care Hero of the Month, Miss Shawana Cole. Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, tell everybody where you work and what you do here.
I am a lead teacher in the 4K program at Carolina Forest Early Child Development Center.
And how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 30 years, but I've been teaching here for a year.
Okay, and you said you're from New York, right?
I'm from Albany, New York, yes ma'am.
What do you like about the South so far?
The weather.
Yeah.
The weather is beautiful when it's not raining. The
When
weather
it's
is
not
beautiful
raining.
when it's not raining.
We love that. Well, tell me about, your philosophy in the classroom. You've been doing this for quite some time.
My philosophy is I treat each child as an individual. I love it when they come in and they're always willing to learn new things. And I like working with parents.
Yeah, I was going to ask,
Yeah,
how do you connect with your
yeah.
students and their parents?
Oh, I include the parents in everything I do. I love it when they come in. I enjoy when they come in to read stories to my kids. We did an ice cream social where we just had them come in and enjoy the day with their kids, from reading, ice cream, doing art projects, trying to include them in everything that we do.
You got to love that. I mean,
yeah.
when you're
Getting
4
messy
years
with them, they love
old,
it.
there's nothing better than ice cream.
Oh, that's my philosophy.
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't even know this, but what are you teaching whenever kids are 4 years old? What are the concepts they're learning?
Well, I think that all children are already born to socialize, but we teach them the real socialization when they're in a classroom, socialize with the teachers as well as each other, behaviors such as, sharing and empathy for each other and just learning skills, different from home.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the art projects that you guys do.
I'm a messy teacher.
I love that.
So I like to do things with shaving cream and food coloring and Play-Doh. We like to make things. So we like to get creative. We make Play-Doh. We made GAC, where they just took the shaving cream and a little bit of soap, and they just get all into it. Sometimes it doesn't make it home, but they enjoy the process.
I feel like those are really good memories too. I remember from my childhood all the crafts that I did. That's just so fun.
Yeah. I like to make sure that their crafts are their own.
Yeah.
They like to help each other out sometimes, adding little things to each other's things.
That's
So,
cute.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Well, how do you deal with the different challenges that come up?
Right now, being that my classroom is so new, there's a lot of different ages. Like I want to say mental ages are different right now, because we have some who's never really been in a child care setting before. So they're learning to sit at the table with us, do a project, just have fun on a different level than when they're at home.
And why do you think it's important that kids and parents have access to quality child care?
Right now, I think it's important because when they go to the early childhood schools that they have out here, the newer ones, it's so set in their ways. Like, they want them to sit and, be focused. But right now, with us, they can just be children, and we provide great care with our kids so that they can just get that before having to go to a regular education school.
Well, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for chatting with me today.
Thank you.
And guys, if you want more information or you want to learn how to nominate a teacher yourself, you can go to abcquality.org/childcareheroes. Okay, well, Ms. Shawana Cole, on behalf of the South Carolina Department of Social Services and ABC Quality, I present you with this award for being our Child Care Hero of the Month. Congratulations!
Thank you.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Guys, welcome to Atlantic Beach. I am chatting with Patricia, who is a historian and knows everything about this area. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. And you?
I'm doing great. I want you to teach me what Atlantic Beach is all about. There's a very rich history here.
Yes, Atlantic Beach was founded in 1934 by a guy named George W. Tyson. He came from Wilmington, North Carolina. He had been in the war, and as a result, he decided that he was going to come here. There was a guy named R.V. Ward that sold him the first two streets, 29th Avenue and 30th Avenue, for $2,000. Okay? 1934 was a time of depression, so of course he didn't have a lot of money, but he was able to gather money from his wife's family, which was the Baldwin family, out of Conway, South Carolina, and they were able to get them the money. A few years later, there was a lady named Viola Bell that she wanted to sell the next two streets, which is 30th, 1st and 32nd. Okay. And so she sold it to him for $600, but it had a mortgage on it, and he had to take up the mortgage. Now, he was able to do very well for a few years with that, but he got into some financial problems, and he had to set up an organization called the Atlantic Beach Company. And the Atlantic Beach Company, he was a smart man to first see that he was in financial problems and he needed to resolve that. So he got the doctors, the lawyers, the dentists, the professors, president of universities, the top blacks during that time to buy land, particularly on this street right here in front of us.
Okay.
And which is Ocean Boulevard, and this street here. Okay, and so they bought this. And I think his intentions was, you know what, these other people have money, and maybe they could keep paying off whatever they need to do to maintain this. And he was true about. Another thing he was also very particular about on the ocean front was to make sure he put in the deeds there would be, on most of these lots here, no type of, he didn't say it was high rise, but he said it would only be residential, where houses could be built. And that purpose was so that you would have the view, basically, of the ocean. And today, since 1934, there have only been two buildings, the Gordon Motel and also Holiday Motel, that was here. In 1954, although the Gordon Motel was one of the most fabulous motels for the black people during this time. This is a period of segregation, so we didn't have any place to come to, because they wouldn't allow us unless we were working as babysitters or cooks or maids or something in the motels in Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach. We had no place else to come. He decided to make this a place where blacks could come. And like I said, he made sure he wanted that ocean view to be reserved for anyone who wants to come and live on. And he put it in the deeds. And that's why today, even though they put two motels, different governments was able to allow the Gordon and that one there, 1954, Hazel knocked the Gordon Motel down, and it was later on when Hugo came along, it finally knocked the rest of this down. But before that happened, they had all kinds of things here. It was like an amusement park.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you had all kinds of like Ferris wheels, merry-go-rounds, bumper cars, anything you could think of, like the arcades and stuff would have. They had this. People came here every weekend and celebrated, and these streets were packed. This is Main Street, Main Street. It was packed with people who came. They got here any way they could. They said that people had actually trucks, flatbed trucks. They jumped on those. Some of the people came at even earlier time with horse and buggy, just to enjoy the water, to enjoy themselves for the amazement of enjoying the beach. And so many businesses started along the streets and stuff.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Quality Life. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I am at Quality Life at the Resource Center and I'm joined by Teresa. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so excited to talk to you about this program that you guys do. You do a ton in the community, but this program specifically helps people bounce back, hence the name. Tell me all about it.
Okay, Bounce Back is a program that we have with in the population on the homeless side of it. People that, might be at the edge, they lost their job and just need to get themselves back. And it's just a program that's set up to help them with resumes, job search. We have a thrift shop that we have clothes and different items that they may need. Have a guy that come and cut hair, can get them shape up for, for the job.
Of course.
So we do have a lot of things, and the program is on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 to 2, that they can come and do an application, and we can kind of like go from there. May need a place to stay. We can actually find them resources on that and transitioning homes as well.
There's a lot of different aspects people don't always think about,
yes.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does it feel whenever you're able to really get people, help them get a job and get them back on their feet and they come back and say, oh my goodness, I just got a job?
Oh yeah, it's feel real good because we have a young lady that she had needed a place to stay, so we provide her that place to stay, and then she's actually working here with the Goodwill, and she's loving it, and we had her for about a year. And she really loved it. She really loved it. So I'm glad that we was able to help assist her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if somebody wants to learn more information about you guys, where can they go?
It's QualityLifeResourceCenter.com. The number is 843-956-5010, and we are on Facebook.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Quality Life. Well, today we are getting messy. I am at Studio 4319. I'm with Michelle. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that I'm here, if I'm being honest.
Great. Well,
We have had so much fun this afternoon. We have been creating and getting messy, and this is what you do every day.
Every day, all day.
All the time.
It is my favorite thing ever.
Tell me about your job and what you do.
Well, we have, it's an art studio, art playground. We have classes from 18 months all the way up to adult classes, 18 months to 101. We teach Mommy and Me classes. All of our classes are process-based art. So that means that we're not focused on the end result. We're about the process. So even with the kids, they get really stuck on that. It has to be perfect. But when you take that pressure off and say we're just focusing on the process, it takes away that perfectionist feeling and that, it's okay if it doesn't look amazing at the end because everything that happened in the process was so much better.
That's the art.
Yes. Frame Your Beach. So this is a resin, and we used a variety of supplies. We have shells, this is some kind of jewelry string, and then epoxy resin is something that you would normally see that people are doing in molds. They go on the tumbler cups now. Mm-hmm. These things are epoxy resin. So now that will be permanently frozen in that position on your frame from the resin, because tomorrow it'll be hard as a rock.
And the mermaid cannot swim.
And the mermaid will be right there forever. And then you also made this beautiful coaster with some glitter and your name, and Miguel made this beautiful bowl that he's going to get to put up. And here's some other things that are the more traditional uses for resin in the arty and crafting world. Mm-hmm. But this is just kind of a next level, really more what I love, because it's combining the art with the resin.
This was therapeutic for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you probably come across that quite a bit with people
Absolutely.
who come take classes here.
Oh yeah, it is very therapeutic.
Where can people find out more information about your classes?
My website is studio4319.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and my number is 843-400-3045. We have it all. It's really amazing.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
I'm so excited to be joined by Chef Sean Baxter. So, what's the second thing you're going to be making for me?
Okay, so the second dish that we're going to try to make for you guys today is going to feature two local products. One of them is going to be our local shrimp, and like I said earlier, it took me 2 years to source this shrimp to find them in the same size, uniform, that will look aesthetically what we're looking for and have all of the requirements we have, you know, which is local, fresh, things like that. The company that I sourced them from is known as the Woods Fishery, and they've actually been in business since 1860. Wow. So over 145 years of customer service.
They know their stuff.
These are wild caught American shrimp. They're caught off of Tybee Island, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay. The second product we have is we're going to use a purple grit.
Gorgeous.
Okay. And that is from Jacksonville, Florida, and I believe that they're grown and manufactured in Florida, and then they're sent to Charleston for packaging.
Okay, sweet.
So it's kind of like a double kiss on that one. So this is what they look like. Now listen, they're a little smaller than the shrimp that you might see in some places where they're really big. Well, due to the way we get them, there's nothing added to them. They're not treated with chemicals.
Yeah.
So they're smaller, but they're fully packed with flavor, and they're absolutely delicious.
All right.
Okay.
And who doesn't love shrimp and grits, you know,
right?
especially here in the
Classic
South?
dish. This is what they're gonna look like after you take them off and clean them and shell them up.
You start with the grits?
We're gonna go ahead. You want to cook your grits because your grits will take you about 40 minutes to cook to make true grits, real grits. You can use instant grits if you want. That's up to you. So you got to make sure that your stock or water, you can cook it in either one, is boiling. Chicken stock would be your most neutral. So we have our water nice and boiling, and we're going to use water because a lot of our guests might be vegetarian. So they'll be able to eat it if I don't use stock. Right, so you're going to want to make sure your water's boiling and seasoned. You're just going to go ahead and incorporate your grits in as fast as your water will take them, meaning don't have them start clumping up on you, okay?
Yeah.
And make sure that you whisk it, okay, continuously and until it's thicker, and then once it's thicker, you're going to turn it down.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that's when it starts cooking for a long time.
Yes. All right. So,
All right, make me these shrimp.
So I'm gonna cook the shrimp now. I'm gonna sear the shrimp. So once again, I'm gonna want a nice hot pan, saute pan, cast iron skillet. I always season my shrimp before I put them in, or before I put them in the pan. I think it's easier to coat them evenly. Some people do them the opposite way. All right, so you can use a couple different things to cook your shrimp. You can use olive oil or a blended oil, butter. I like to use a combination.
Gotcha.
Gives it a little more color and a little more flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this. Okay, so first I'm gonna put a little olive oil in the pan. Not too much because we're not frying them. Okay. With my butter. Let this come up to the heat.
What do you want on the plate?
All right, here, that sizzle gets close to cook time. You don't want to just throw them in. You can if you want. I don't like to. I like to lay them in like that. You hear that noise? A sizzle? That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.